Northwest 150th.
Good evening and welcome to Tuesday night. It is much warmer tonight than it was last night. Almost like 30 degrees warmer. Or I don't know about 30 degrees, like 25 degrees warmer. It's like, I think it's about like 40 or 45 tonight. Last night it was like 18 degrees or so. 20 degrees when we called it a night. How's it going, Skater Boy? Good to see you in here.
2 Charles 3, King Adam 5, 3 George 9, 7 Henry 7, 0 2 954. Should come back to a black Chrysler.
We are out though tonight, guys, and we are on the hunt for breaking news. And if you're new here, this is 405 Live News. We are live here on. Hang on. Let me get over here. We are live every. I'm trying to remember if it's 15th or 33rd. I gotta go to the gas station.
Jennifer.
We are live every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday night.
471.
Saw my footage got used last night. Are you talking about in the pursuit?
2007, Chrysler 300, negative 1029.
The pursuit
of 2025, entered the
in last night. It wasn't my fire video. My fire video, there was another photographer there. There was another photog there on that one. But my pursuit did get used. Still wish I would have got the passing shot on that. So tonight we're gonna try and redeem ourselves if we get a pursuit tonight. We'll try to redeem ourselves tonight.
Go ahead and change the traffic route.
The fire, yeah, no, the fire was another photographer's video. I haven't done anything with that video yet. Since we had another photographer at the fire, I didn't send it in. I did send in my pursuit though. The fire, another photographer shot that. I shot it as well on my camera, which whenever I get a chance I might try to do it tonight if we have some downtime. Try and upload that to the YouTube channel, but I don't know. It'll just depend on how busy we are tonight. I don't know why this took me down Boulevard. It should have took me down Broadway to 33rd. So far, nothing though. God dang, they're freaking yelling into the radio. So far tonight, we haven't got anything. We're just now getting out. So, we are live now. And we are live Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Most Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Sometimes things come up with work and I'm not able to make it out. But, for the most part, that's our typical streaming schedule. So, yeah. And basically what we do is we go out and we listen to all the scanners and chase down all the breaking news here in the Oklahoma City area. And there's a lot of it, especially the last few days. It's been nonstop. It has been crazy with breaking news here. I'll get caught up here on the chat while I'm getting gas. Give me just a second, let me pull in here. These better not say pump close or I'm going to be pissed. Because this is the cheapest gas in town right now. Dispenser closed. Son of a gun. Well, it looks like we're not getting gas here. Hang on, let me get caught up on the chat real quick. Let's see. Hi, Christy. Hi, 1904. Good to see you. YKN. Skater Boy again, Cindy, Marcia, Scott, good to see you here, Moon Man. Yep, that was my footage that they used, Moon Man. Good to see you, Hensley, as well. Cat 5, good to see you. And YKN again. Well, I'm using the Gas Buddy app, and it said this had the cheapest gas, but it's closed, so. There's a 7-Eleven up here, though, that has 6 cents more. I don't feel like driving too much farther, so we'll just go to 7-Eleven. That's all right. We'll go to 7-Eleven. It'll be all right. As long as their gas pumps are on too. But Gas Buddy was going to give me gas for $1.80 a gallon. Gas Buddy app is freaking amazing. If you guys haven't ever used it, it's definitely worth it. I have the Gas Buddy Plus card, and I save a lot of money. It's pretty nice to be able to pay under $2 a gallon.
Come on, we try primary and case number empty county.
Eleven's not too far though. It's like less than a mile. I think it's the next intersection or two.
Will you update the 2010 6360? About 59 to Kentucky now. Still westbound. Slower one.
Damn it. Gonna miss a pursuit now. Probably won't be a pursuit.
Dispatch 13.
Yeah, it's this next intersection. But yeah, we're out. I gotta get fuel real quick, and then we'll be on the road.
72 St. Clair, we got them stopped. About 59 block, Southwest 59.
Blocking all the pumps. What the heck are you doing?
Up to 98.
Everybody's trying to get gas here. Alright. Give me a second, guys. How's it going, Ghostface? Good to see you. Now Canadian County's in pursuit. That's way out there though. How's it going, Vincent? Good to see you in here. Flying J at 122nd I-35 Cuba. No, they're going westbound on 281. So they're going like back toward Gary.
Go ahead and notify Gary and Blaine County, please.
Give me a second.
On back pain, 4048 Northwest 61st Street, 4048 Northwest 61st Street for the back pain. A little bit of that, what's your PC for the stop? 73 and a 45. Okay, yeah, we'll get a 28. Negative, we're on a dirt road and they're kicking up the dust. Coming up to Britain.
Yeah, they're... Canadian County is in pursuit, but we're not going to that because that's 45 minutes away.
262 City, I'll be out of Norman.
Engine 37, respond on heart problems. 14015 Fair Hill Avenue. 14015 Fair Hill Avenue for heart problems.
I know. Yeah, it's pretty rare that they actually chase cars. Definitely pretty rare. Calling for TAC team at 4048 Northwest 61st. Where'd you hear that? I don't see anything on...
Just 270, see if they can assist us on this.
I don't see anything on Hefner Air. I'm not seeing anything on that. Where'd you hear that?
Engine 37, respond on heart problems. 140. Respond on back pain. 4048.
Oh, it was back pain, not TAC team. It was back pain. So the auto dispatcher is down tonight. Hang on a second. Let me get the gas pump out and we'll go.
The Memorial. Okay, your 90s are getting off the 108. She'll be there around there with you shortly. They're stopping at Memorial, getting out on Pelham stop. You tell them that guy's got a scar on the Okay, Sheriff's on 1033.
Where are you at 1033 here?
Give me a drone. Looks like one fell down, one's still in the driver's seat, possibly.
Alright. You're a good man. It's all good. It sounds like TAC team definitely when it's down low. You kind of cut out a little bit. Auto dispatcher's down, so it makes it a little bit hard to hear things.
29 on Bravo Berry 778, expiration 12/2025.
Alright, let's get out of here.
One to Scarborough, Ty Rig, out of Oklahoma City, insurance confirmed.
On the road again.
Have a fun journey.
So we ended our night last night with a good fire. Probably one of the better fires I've had. Well, it's definitely the best fire we've had so far on the live stream. Been to several fires on the live stream, but we haven't had one that good. Oops. This is Broadway. So that was a good way to end it last night. Luckily nobody was hurt. It was an abandoned building. So that's what I like. I like big fires and their abandoned buildings that are boarded up and probably need to be bulldozed anyway. And then there was a big church fire today too before I woke up. Like, I think it was like 8 o'clock this morning or something like that. 8 or 9 this morning. So it's been busy. It's been really busy.
Can you go to States Midwest DR1 transfer kids?
It's kind of hard for me to check the chat while I'm driving, so I may miss some things. I'll try and go back and look once we get stopped here in a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and head towards downtown. We're all gassed up and everything now, so we're good to go. We are fueled up. Hopefully, though, you guys have been preparing for that winter storm that we're going to be getting toward the latter end of the week. It definitely looks. I mean, there's always the chance. I mean, it's not even on shore yet. It hasn't even made it onto land yet. But right now it's looking, the models are all pretty consistent that we're getting something. So. Yep, I got some snacks in the car. But we're definitely probably gonna get something.
I can put those together.
I'm not gonna go out and say we're getting record snowfall yet, but I definitely think we'll have some travel impacts. And they've gone ahead and issued a winter storm watch for most of Oklahoma and down into North Texas. North Texas, I think, is going to have the most significant impacts, though, from this winter storm this weekend. Definitely think North Texas will have the most significant impacts. They're going to be getting like a 1/4 inch plus of ice, 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of ice. That's a lot of ice. That's the kind of ice storm or the kind of winter storm that'll knock out power for days, possibly even a week, and just completely destroy a lot of infrastructure. Yep, winter storm watch is already issued. So yeah, it's going to be busy here this weekend. I'm not sure yet. Still about my streaming schedule this weekend. I'm hoping to know by tomorrow. We usually have meetings and stuff on Wednesdays where I find out a lot of that stuff when we're coming into an event like that. So I should find something out tomorrow about my work schedule. But Friday night there's a possibility, because it's looking like I might be out during the day on Friday, and then possibly, if I don't have to go into work early on Saturday, I'm going to try to talk to my work tomorrow and see if I can work the weekend nights and see if they'll allow me to stream while I'm at work, which I don't think will be a problem. They're pretty lenient. If I take my car and I use my camera, and I'm of course using my phone, I don't think they'll have a problem with it. But it depends on what they're wanting as far as staffing goes. So we shall see. But that's my hope, is to be out Saturday night. Go pick you up. Oh, I don't usually pick people up. I like having my car to myself, man, because I have my gear all set up. I have stuff in every seat of this car. I have tripod in the back seat, camera in the back seat. Then I've got my DSLR right next to me. I've got radios next to me. My car's pretty loaded down when I go out and chase news. We're not in far northeast Oklahoma City. We're at Broadway Extension. We're on Broadway Extension up near 122nd. Yeah, I just left Edmond. Sounds like that Canadian County pursuit they bailed out. Again, we're not going out there. That's like 50 minutes away. That's all the way out near Gary. Kind of out almost to basically Blaine County. Not going out to Watonga. Unless there's something like there's got to be something like really crazy for me to go out to Watonga when I'm out doing a live stream. Yeah, they're kind of hard to get information from too sometimes. And if I can get a pursuit in action, like that confirms everything for me, or the end of a vehicle pursuit. Craig, I've been doing this for about 10 years. I started as a stringer, so I was a freelancer. Started as a stringer down in Texas. I worked in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. That's where I started, cut my teeth. And then I moved down to South Texas, worked in San Antonio, worked in Austin, and also worked in Houston as a stringer for the same company. And then I left being a stringer to go work in TV in Tulsa. And then went to Oklahoma City, worked at the station, went back home to Dallas, worked at a station, and now I'm back here in Oklahoma City working at a station. Then I go out and do the live streams on my own time. I do the live streams on my own time, Tuesday nights, Friday nights, Saturday night. Kind of just do this just for fun.
Showing after you take advantage of.
Yeah, OKCP definitely loves chasing people, but they don't always get to chase people now. Their policies on pursuits are a lot more restrictive than they used to be. When I first started in Oklahoma City, I'm starting to lose my voice. When I first started shooting news in Oklahoma City, hang on, let me take a drink. When I first started chasing news in Oklahoma City, OKCPD could chase dang near anything. If it had wheels and it was running from them, they were chasing it. Now, they've had so many accidents during pursuits, like the suspects crashing into people and it ending in tragedy. They've had to really ratchet down on their pursuits. People were really pissed off, and it caused a lot of controversy. I did notice some of the bridges have been treated when I was going home from work. They started putting that stupid brine mixture down that does absolutely nothing.
On a set call 2829 Southwest 81st Street.
I mean, when you're talking about a half a foot of snow, there's not much to that. There's not much to help that except plow trucks after the fact. Yeah, we'll see Wykean. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow about it. He's usually pretty cool. I might not be able to actually work it, but they might be able to like make my schedule work in such a way that, like, where I work days or something, or I work afternoons or something, and then I can go out and then come in at a later shift or something. And then anything that I shoot while I'm out, I send to them, kind of thing. Because they're definitely going to want to have somebody out overnight when it's like that. They had a much looser pursuit policy, like back in 2021 and 2022 when I worked here. But the police department definitely ratcheted down on their chase policy. OHB will still chase anything within reason, but the cops, the police, the OKCPD definitely can't chase hardly crap anymore. They have to terminate a lot. They get a lot of pursuit. They get into a lot. They start a lot of pursuits, should I say? They initiate a lot, but then they have to terminate pretty quick. And it depends on like who the supervisor is, if they actually let the cops chase or not. Some of them will let them chase, and some of them won't. It just really depends. Because ultimately, that if something happens and the supervisor lets them chase, and something happens, it's going to fall back on that supervisor. You guys can kind of see the lines on the road, the little white streaks. That's the brine mixture that they put down. But yeah, ultimately it would come back onto that supervisor, and it just depends on if that supervisor is willing to accept that liability. Some of them are, and some of them aren't. They just kind of have to weigh the risks. Which I get it. I mean, you don't want somebody running from they're chasing somebody with a tail light out and they plow into somebody and kill them. Like, that's a problem. But the same time, most people, even if they have a taillight out and they're running from the cops, they're not running because the taillight's out. They've got a warrant or something. They got a warrant. They got drugs in the car, or they just committed a crime. There's usually more to the story. Kind of like last night. I don't know what that officer, I think he was going to stop the car for speeding or something, and then it ended up being a stolen car, a freshly stolen car, so it hadn't even been entered into the computer yet as stolen, because the person was probably asleep and it got stolen out of their driveway. But at least they were able to recover the stolen car and take all 3 of those shitbags to jail. And Midwest City PD was nice enough to let me get a nice shot of the ignition punched out on that car. That was pretty cool. And they gave me really good info, so, which is not always common with the smaller departments. A lot of those smaller departments don't really tell us a whole lot, but Midwest City's pretty good. They've been pretty transparent. They got a new chief over there recently, and he's super nice. We can get a hold of him pretty quick. He handles most of their media. He handles most of their media stuff, and he's super nice. Gives us really good information, and he's really responsive. So it works out good for us. It's the media. Not seeing as many tents over here tonight. There's usually some tents back in this little alleyway. How's it going, Jules? Nothing much is going on right now. We're just getting started with the night. Yep, good riddance to them. Alright, let me get caught up on the chat real quick. Get
316 East Randall Drive, apartment 125.
Let me go back.
It's going to be a 19-year-old female.
Let's see, no surprise for that area. Someone else has a car. I have radios, Ghostface. And you're good again, Cook. You're good. You wanted a Harris XL95 so you can listen to them. I don't have any Harris radios or anything. I just have a United STS 100. Don't forget, you're going to call it a night at 2 a.m. if nothing happens. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not, because I got out late tonight. I'll probably go till at least 3 or 3:30. Yeah, they've been definitely making a lot of car stops tonight. They're gonna have, they've been stopping cars and stopping people on bikes all night. Yeah, and I forgot to get snacks YKN. Yep, y'all are definitely gonna have some crazy weather this weekend, Scott. It's gonna be definitely pretty crazy. You quit working at 7-Eleven at 29th of May tonight?
Yeah,
dang.
Yeah, the domestic earlier.
Extreme cold watch from the 9 I'm not surprised by that. It's definitely gonna be cold this weekend. Definitely gonna be cold. Don't know, handle the footage snow if that happens. I know we don't have the infrastructure for that here. It's not like it is up north. Guy I work with is from Kansas City, and he I was saying, man, we're getting some Kansas City weather. He's like, dude, this is more snow than we got in Kansas City. 2009 blizzard style. Yep. I have a snow shovel. I got to get some kitty litter and stuff too. Why does this keep going down? Damon Lane was showing some models 5 inches of freezing rain in parts of Texas. Yep, I would not be surprised. Totally electric. Good if you don't lose your electric. I think you'll be fine if you don't have above ground power lines. What's the craziest thing I've ever seen while I was a Nightcrawler? Well, when I worked in San Antonio, I was at a scene of a standoff, and the police shot and killed a guy. Seen some pretty crazy house fires, pulled up on some car fires and stuff. I've seen a lot of funny stuff too, like a guy blowing up a Crown Vic by revving it up. He was barricaded in a car and blew it up, revving it up for like 45 minutes. Yeah, they need to unrestrict that policy. Blame the runners. Yeah, that's true. I can see both sides of the argument, though, why they don't want to chase that. I mean, I can see why somebody would be pissed off if their loved one got killed by somebody running for a taillight out, you know, even though it's not the cop's fault at all. A lot of them are probably just trying to get out of Oklahoma. I don't know. A lot of them probably want to come into Oklahoma County so they get a more lenient sentence. Skater Boy, I am a news photographer at one of the local stations. Lieutenant got canceled pursuit for that dude did the crime spree. Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty crazy. And then they didn't even chase it down the highway the wrong way after he just shot multiple people. Jules, again, we're just getting started tonight. Nothing's happened so far. Just been watching movies. That sounds like fun. OKC uses Harris. That's why you want one. Anything will work, though. It's all P25. As long as it does phase 2. Oh yeah, $12.50 an hour is definitely not worth it. Especially after that clerk got fired at the one off of Northwest 39th and I think it was Meridian or MacArthur for shooting that guy that attacked her and stabbed her. Don't forget new gloves. Yep, I gotta get some new gloves. Just moved to try to stay warm weather. You have nowhere to go. Yeah, it's going to be cold all over the south. Could move to Miami for warm weather. Yeah. Miami sounds pretty nice. Oh yeah, I see the extreme cold watch now. Yeah, it's going to be really cold. And like I said, I would like to live stream, but we'll see. I don't know. It just depends, like I said, on work. I definitely gotta be, I don't want to wear myself out too much either, though. If I wear myself out, that's a problem.
Just a fender off of the tag.
I gotta be ready to work.
7-2-1.6 for 197.
It's good to see Scott out tonight. I did give Smoke and Scam permission to use my stream too. So if we get on something, maybe he'll take me live. Hotel Chartel, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But they do get a lenient sentence from the district attorney's office. DA's office will plead so much stuff down. They'll plead felonies down to a felony down to a misdemeanor. Pepper sprayed back in August of last year and had a knife pull on you in December. Multiple people wanting to fight you over BS. Sounds about like that part of town. Face mask, gloves, long johns, boots for my weekend. So I do have the face mask thing. I have a balaclava. I have gloves, they're just not very good. I have long johns. I've got boots. My boots are kind of falling apart. I might go buy another set of boots. I like these hiking boots from Walmart. Am I on TV or radio? I do TV news.
Clear.
How's it going, Brian? Good to see you in here tonight. I'm not on TV though. I just do TV news. I'm a news photographer. I'm not on TV. I could buy an electric heated jacket. Yeah, I'm thinking about ordering one off Amazon. I'm gonna have to see what I can get here by Friday.
That was
Waiting on.
I'm sorry.
Do you do security, Ghostface, or do you do security? Oh, you don't have cable? Well, most local stations are now.
Tag is Paul Edward King 884.
Most local stations are over the air too, so if you have an antenna.
Hey, this
Races
way
of
call
the
the
to the west.
No, I'm about to call him and see if the horns are good.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're saying, Warren. We're pro police here, though, by the way. So if you have a problem with that, Warren, this probably isn't the channel for you. We appreciate the police and what they do. I cheer them on when they're taking people to jail that belong in jail. I think it's pretty cool. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Warren. How's it going, Grumpy? Good to see you in here tonight. This is the right Grumpy, right? I could never find the I. So I want to make sure it's the right Grumpy. If it's the spammer, I'll have to take care of the spammer.
10894, you can cancel if you so decide.
Yep, we definitely back the blue here. Scowls a sling from someone from Liverpool. Battered in England by cops. Don't see what I'm saying. Well, I'm sorry the cops beat you up in Liverpool, but here in the United States we have a constitution that guarantees that doesn't happen. And if it does, they go to jail. Was it the fake one? Oh, you hit it. Okay. Good. I'm glad you got the spammer out of there. Okay. Y'all don't have to donate to me, by the way. I don't ask for I don't solicit donations or anything, but you're more than welcome to if you'd like to. But I don't expect it. I go and do this. I go out and I do this for fun. But yeah, donations do help recoup some of the losses with gas and maintenance and stuff. There is a ticker that goes off sometimes that'll say like donations are not expected or anything, but they're definitely appreciated.
72, can you attach Charlie 1?
Holy crap.
Robert George Baker?
You have footage of the attempted carjacking? That's freaking crazy. Yeah, thank you, Skater Boy. I do appreciate that. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, if you wish to donate, you can leave a super chat, or there's also a thing called Buy Me a Coffee as well. There's a link in the description. The super chat is in your comments. There's like a little dollar sign, I think, down at the comments, at the bottom of your comments. And that's where you can leave a super chat.
Can we try to get home party now?
Yeah, hopefully that helps. I been on YouTube and don't get paid for it. I don't really get paid on here either. Okay, Grumpy.
332 to 128.
We'll have to come up with a code word for the real account if there's a spammer. Or like a certain emoji. Maybe those two emojis. One of those two emojis, we'll use one of those two that Grumpy put. Oh, thank you, Scott. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. That should buy me a pair of gloves. Can I share what the average you make from local stations using my footage? So I don't sell my video, Moon Man. I'm an employee of a station. So I send it to them and I clock in for the time I'm there. If they use it. If they don't use it, I don't make anything on it. but I don't send most of my stuff actually. Because we have another photographer out on Tuesday nights.
Engine 3, respond on a check welfare, 3943.
I need cash app.
3943 Northwest 100.
Yeah, I need to set one up. It's just a matter of time. I haven't done it. But yeah, no, I don't sell my video. If my video gets used on TV, it's my station that uses it. And I'm either giving it to them. I'm either giving it to them just because feel like it. If it's something like that I don't think needs to be clocked in, I'll do that too. It's kind of up to my discretion. I don't want to abuse that though either, you know what I mean? I get treated pretty well there, so I don't want to abuse that. Gonna have to break out the hot chocolate? Yeah, no kidding, dude. Hopefully you have a way to do like a fire in your fireplace too, and you can roast some marshmallows if your power goes out. I don't think we're gonna have like the crippling power outages so much here in Oklahoma, since we're not really good. I mean, we might start off with some light freezing rain and stuff, but we might start off with some like light freezing rain or something. Just discovered my channel tonight while listening to the police scanner. That's cool, Craig. Well, I'm glad you found the channel and hopefully you're enjoying it. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's not. It just kind of depends on the night. But we usually just hang out here and chat when there's nothing going on. Sometimes I'll drive around to the south side and make my rounds every now and then. No, Terry, it's not KOCO. I don't usually say who I work for just because I try to keep that private. And I try to keep this separate from that. No, I didn't YKN. I mean, y'all probably figure it out at some point. I mean, I don't necessarily try to hide it, but I just try to keep it separate, if you get what I mean. When does it start? So the precept's supposed to start. How's it going? Yusha, good to see you in here. Yeah, I mean, I don't really try to keep it on the down low or anything. Like I said, I just try to keep it separate and all that. Most of the time too, like when I'm getting in front of the cops, like I don't tell them which station I work at unless I'm actually on the clock for work. Because like I said, I don't want to abuse that or anything like that. Saw my footage last night on there, very cool. Sweet, man. You stay on the southwest side. Well, we're down there quite a bit. It's pretty busy down there. But the precept's supposed to start Friday, possibly in the afternoon. Precept should start in the afternoon. Maybe as early as noon, but I'm leaning more towards like 3 to 6. Again, I'm not a meteorologist or anything. I'm just a cameraman. But I've been following, if you were here last night, I was telling you guys, I used to do like, I've been a weather enthusiast since I was a kid. I've been a weather, checking in from the north side. How's it popping out there? It doesn't sound too busy. Not tonight yet. We'll see. It's been a weird like last few weeks because everything seems to happen at the end of the night. High Sunday is 9, yeah. But yeah, I've been a weather enthusiast since I was a kid, and I was like making my own forecast when I was like 10 years old. I've been making my own forecast since I was like 10 years old. But yeah, so like 3 to 6 I think is when it would start. So before the end of the Thunder game. But like I said, it could be some like light freezing rain or sleet and then quickly transitioning to snow, because we're gonna have the watching from Rescue County, California. Well, awesome, Gray. It's good to have you in here. Hope you enjoy the live stream. It's not too busy tonight. We're just kind of hanging out and chatting while we wait. We're listening to the scanners right now and trying to find some breaking news. 128 below freezing. Yep. Yeah, we could easily see precipitation until Sunday morning. Yeah, possibly like as late as 11 a.m. on Sunday we could see precip. So like 48 hours of precipitation. But I think it just kind of depends on our inversion layer above us. Yeah, that's definitely true, YK. And I've been watching him since I was a kid. When I grew up in North Texas, like Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth. I grew up there, and I was watching Mike Morgan when I was a kid. If that tells you anything, that's how well I knew Mike Morgan before I knew who Mike Morgan was before I moved here to this city. But yeah, I mean, it just, like I said, it depends on our thermal layer above us, our inversion layer, like the temperature aloft. That sucks, man. Well, hopefully she makes it around safe, and if you have the opportunity, maybe you can go drive her around so she doesn't have to actually drive in it and wreck the car. Not to say women can't drive in the ice and the snow, but if you're the better driver on that stuff, you have more experience, you can do that. I would do that. How's it going, Sleater? You're watching from Dubai. That's pretty cool, man. Dubai looks like a pretty cool place. I would love to go there one day. But yeah, like I was saying though, it just depends on our temperatures aloft. So there's like a warm nose. There's a warm nose aloft at the start of the day as the cold front moves in, and basically that's temperatures that are above freezing. The temperatures aloft are above freezing, so basically what happens is the snow forms up in the clouds, and then it falls through that layer of warmer air and melts, and then it refreezes, and that's how you get freezing rain and sleet. And like the depth of that layer is kind of what changes between sleet and freezing rain, like the depth of that temperature inversion layer up top. So you could be below freezing at the surface. Usually if you have a shallower freezing, like if your temperatures aloft are shallower, like that kind of temperature pool, if you will, I guess you could call it, like that layer's not as low to the ground, that's where you're gonna have sleet. But when it's really low to the ground and the rain doesn't have time to freeze before it hits the ground, it's freezing rain when it freezes on contact, or if it freezes just before the 2 meter atmospheric layer, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain without like a chart, or without a graphic. Rick Mitchell was one of the most down-to-earth meteorologists you met. His kid went to the same school as you. That's pretty cool. I have my opinions on him after living in DFW. I need snow chains. I was just talking to my boss about that today, if we can get some snow chains for my car, because I have to drive in it for work. Oil rig until 19th, but you live in Vegas. That's pretty cool, man.
23, do you want medical to stay, or we're still looking for Mr. McBrew, the outstanding individual?
But yeah, I think like I said, it just depends on the depth of that layer and how quickly that you have business expense. It just depends on the depth of the temperature layer above and how warm that warm nose is, or how shallow it is, and then how quickly we transition over. And yeah, like a cold front's not always necessarily cold all the way through the atmosphere. So you have to, like with winter weather, it's really hard to predict because the atmospheric layers are not always the same. Like no storm is exactly the same and no cold front's exactly the same. And sometimes you can get a shallower cold front. Amazon has snow chains like an overnight. I'm debating it because I don't know if I'll be driving this car for the weekend. I may be driving my work car, I'm not sure yet. Like I said, I got some stuff I gotta work out. Alright, Ghostface, well, it was good to have you here in the chat, man, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your drink, and we'll see you back here next time I'm live. You're always welcome in the chat here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make an Amazon list tomorrow, though. I'm probably gonna have to overnight some stuff and figure some stuff out. I'm thinking about buying the Milwaukee jacket because I have some Milwaukee drill batteries and stuff. Seeing snow in your home state of Florida was weird. I bet Florida does not see a lot of snow. What is the tall building in blue? The tall building in blue is called the Devon Tower. It's owned by Devon Energy Corporation. They're a natural gas oil company. But it's the Devon Energy Center, and then where you see the blue up top, like the V shape, that's called the Vast. It's a pretty fancy restaurant that I'll never be able to afford to eat. Honestly, Craig, I have no clue who's going to go to the Super Bowl. I really don't follow NFL too much. The sport I enjoy watching the most is hockey. I'm an NHL fan. Yep, tallest building in OKC by a long shot. Yeah. Seems like a slow night. Hoping it stays that way. You have to work the next 4 days on the ambulance. Well, again, Dylan, we do appreciate first responders being here, and thank you for what you do. Are you local here in Oklahoma City, or are you somewhere else?
Highway 4 Northwest Expressway. I have a wrong way driver heading toward the parking. Stand by for further.
I remember you saying that, Marcia, that you retired from the Devon Tower. It's pretty cool. Got to go do lunch at the Vast. It is cheaper. I'll have to check that out sometime. Yeah, there's a buffet down on the bottom floor of the Devon Tower. I know about that. Yep, I'm a Stars fan. The Stars. I watch the Stars, the Avs, the Avalanche, and the Bruins. Oh, you're with IMSA. I know some people over there. We might know some of the same people, Dylan. Die-hard Penguin fan. Yeah, a buddy of mine used to work at AMR Edmond before he moved out of state. So he introduced me to a bunch of IMSA people. My favorite team out of all of them is definitely the Stars, but Avs are probably my third favorite. Bruins are the second favorite. Penguins are pretty solid too. The wrong way drivers in Canadian County headed toward Okarshi, I think on Highway 4 or Highway 3. I bet it's a pretty cool place to work from what it looks like. Gonna find a movie to watch, stay safe, and warm blessings. All right, thank you, Jules. Have a good night. We will see you in the next live stream, hopefully. Go Bolts is Go Bolts. But yeah, Bruins are definitely my second favorite team. Stars are definitely my first favorite team. Oh yeah, this one and the Continental building's pretty nice too. I think the Bank First is probably the second nicest, but thank you, Jules. Stars are definitely my favorite. I've only been to Stars games. I have not made it to a Bruins game, and I haven't made it to an Avalanche game yet. It's on the bucket list, and maybe I'll go see a Blues game one day too, because they're only 6 hours up the road. But I'm never up in the St. Louis area. I try to stay the hell out of St. Louis. St. Louis is pretty sketchy. Awesome, Jules. Yeah, we'd love to have you back anytime here. like going to Cattleman's for steak. Man, I've been to Cattleman's before. Cattleman's is freaking bomb. I want to go check out their breakfast buffet at some point too. But I can never wake up early enough on a weekend. Blue Jackets, Columbus, they're a solid team too. There's a lot of good teams in the NHL. Like, there's not many that suck. Like, a lot of them play really well. They just end up on a losing streak. Y'all got to sign the top beam when they were finishing it and then had a tree topping ceremony. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see if they end up building that. I know they had some issues with the FAA. Like, the FAA was complaining because they claim that it's going to interfere with the flight path of Will Rogers. I don't think so, because none of the runways are really oriented in that direction. And they don't fly through downtown. They fly over. Usually, I think the flight path, they go up to at least I-44 and parallel I-44, and then start to go, they turn final like right over Lake Hefner Parkway, I believe. They pretty much parallel those. Live stream for Tulsa one night. I actually have been live in Tulsa before. I have a good friend of mine that's live in Tulsa most nights out of the week. His page is Total News Tulsa, and he live streams on TikTok. My best friend, he live streams on TikTok 6 nights a week. Total News Tulsa, check him out.
Dispatch, Squad 51.
He's a good guy. His name's Derek, and he was a stringer with me down in Texas. If I ever go to sleep, I can be up for the buffet. Yeah, that's true. I don't sleep, dude. I'm nocturnal. I work a regular shift and a regular job, but I'm still nocturnal. Even when I'm not out doing this, I'm usually up till 4. Your girl's salty about the Oilers losing, along with the convention center being torn down. Dude, yeah. I think the convention center needed to go. I mean, it was nasty and had asbestos and all that. I think it's stupid, though, that they want to tear the Paycom down. I think they could totally make it... I think they could totally make the current Paycom Center into a NHL stadium and try to get an NHL team in here. I think they cater way too hard to only the Thunder. I mean, yeah, the Thunder need another stadium, I guess, but if that's what keeps them in town. I wish we still had the Barons, though. Tinker runways could be an issue. Yeah, that's true. Right over Whitewater Bay. Yeah, I think when they're taking runway, what is it, 17? I think runway 17, if they're going south, I think they usually go over, I think they turn final over I-40. I-44, not I-40, I-44. Yeah. You voted for it because you thought it was jumping off point to get something like the NHL. Yeah. And it's funny because the NHL has, they have plans to expand. The NHL has, they have some expansion teams because they, instead of creating a new team, they dissolved the Coyotes and made the Utah Mammoths. But they still, they've been eyeballing, Houston for an NHL team, which I don't know how successful an NHL team would be in Houston, just because hockey culture is not really crazy there. I mean, it's not really crazy here either, but I think it could definitely grow. I mean, we're so close to the Midwest. I mean, I don't know. I think an NHL team could do well here if they marketed it the right way. I mean, UCO has a pretty good hockey team. You know what I mean? UCO has a pretty solid hockey team that has a lot of people that come out of it. And then we have the ACHL in Tulsa with the Tulsa Oilers. So, I mean, you know? So they have pretty good turnout at those games. I don't know. I think they should keep the old Paycom and turn it into hockey. Try to at least advertise an NHL team coming in here. That'd be pretty sweet. Because I don't think the new stadium's going to be big enough for an NHL. Y'all love the Blazers. I wish I would have been here for the Blazers. I think they want to build in place of the Paycom Center. Will bring more life to downtown. Right now it's still dead. That's true. They got to do a lot more stuff though to downtown than just building another Paycom Center though. They got to do a lot more than that. I think they need to build. I think they kind of need to build the same concept of kind of like they have in Dallas with the American Airlines Center where they have Victory Park. I'd like to see something like that because you have like a good row down Robinson, which turns into Ron Norick, and then back to Robinson. Like, you have like a good street there, and Robinson's not like a crazy traveled. I mean, it is a busy street, but they could take it out and make a thing there. And you've got the Century Center on the corner with the big Jumbotron and stuff. So it would be cool to see like that kind of thing happen. Don't think hockey culture would do well in Houston at all. No. I mean, it's not like a huge demographic there. Basketball and football, I think, are the best two sports. And then also soccer.
Edward Charles Adams, 153.
I mean, soccer, Houston's like, I think, the second largest Hispanic population in all of Texas, followed by San Antonio. So they have a huge turnout at the Houston, I forget what the soccer team is. I can't ever remember the name of them because I haven't watched soccer in so long. But they have a huge turnout there. I used to watch soccer a lot. Wish you could get a football team at some point. Feels like it'd do good here. Man, but I think it would do well here, but the problem is we're so socked in by NFL teams already. Because Cowboys are only 4 hours to our south. Denver Broncos are only like 8 hours, 10 hours. And then the Kansas City Chiefs have a pretty good foothold here too, along with the Cowboys. And the Chiefs are only 5 hours. And then, yeah, doesn't St. Louis have a team also? Rumor is they're tearing down the Paycom and building a restaurant district. Yeah. I don't necessarily think we need a restaurant district. I think we need better food options. And we have so many abandoned buildings in downtown, or not really abandoned, but so many like empty buildings in downtown. And like not good restaurant options. Like there's some good restaurant options, but they're not open late, and they're building a lot more residences in downtown. Like they're converting a bunch of old buildings into residences, and there's not food that's open late. They got to do it kind of like Austin. Like there's Subway and all kinds of stuff in downtown Austin that's open late. I mean, hell, there's a Taco Bueno in downtown Tulsa. There is a Quick Trip convenience store in downtown Tulsa. There's a Dollar General market in downtown Tulsa. There's all kinds of stuff in downtown Tulsa. We don't have hardly any food options or store options. Oh yeah, the energy, that's right. The energy. But yeah, I mean, there's potential here to grow this city, and they just need to quit pissing money into stadiums, I think. Like I said, we need some stadiums, but I still think it's stupid they're building the Paycom smaller. Oh, I guarantee you there's going to be a ton of fires. That's why I really want to go out those nights. Which team can't play right now? The Energy? Why can't they play right now? Are they on some kind of restriction? I forget where they used to play. Did they used to play at Minute Maid? Was that where the Energy used to play? I'm still surprised too that FC Dallas doesn't have a bigger stadium. That's always shocked me. FC Dallas Stadium is really small. Taft was too small. I mean, and they have a pretty decent fan base. Pretty good fan base, and I don't know, like the city of Houston pisses a lot of money into the Astros, which, I mean, Astros of course are a solid team, don't get me wrong, and they deserve to have a good fan base. And then the Texans are in the playoffs, unless they got eliminated this weekend. They piss a lot of money into both those teams, but they don't ever put money into the MLS team. It's stupid. Should definitely go out those nights. Wish you'd be shocked if there isn't a few fires, a few decent wrecks. Oh yeah, it just depends on my work schedule though, Dylan. I'm probably gonna have to work Saturday either during the day or evening. If I work in the evenings, if I have to work the evenings, they are still working on the staffing schedule because they're calling everybody in. Oh, you're talking about the new team here. I forgot what the Houston Dynamo is the MLS team, by the way. I thought y'all were talking about Houston team. Houston Dynamo. They piss a lot of money though. They don't piss hardly money into the Dynamo, which kind of pisses me off. They have a good fan base. The Energy. I didn't know they played at 27th and May. The Energy, I guess they needed a stadium. I don't know. I think they could have figured something out. But yeah, Dylan, I have to work though Saturday and Sunday probably due to the winter weather at work. I'm full time at a news station here. You've honestly, if you work, you said you work at IMSA, so I'm sure you've probably actually seen me at a scene before. I'm sure you've probably seen me at a scene before, unless you're like way out in the boonies. But yeah, there should be some good fires and wrecks, and I really want to go out, but it depends on the work schedule and if they'll let me work the overnights or something. Sorry, I got confused in the chat there. Yeah, like I said though, the Dynamo, Houston, the city of Houston spends a lot of money on the Houston Texans and the Houston Astros, and they don't put anything into the Dynamo.
Responding to the call. 292 East Sheridan. 292 East Sheridan for the call.
Assault at 222 East Sheridan. I should go drive around like I found that chase last night. I'm going to be pissed if we go drive around and I miss a passing shot again because I go the wrong direction. But the calls are starting to pick up on the radios.
Engine 25, responding to the check welfare, 2705, west side of 240 Service Road, 2705, west side of 240 Service Road, for the check welfare.
Usually stuck downtown on the south side. Yeah, you've probably definitely seen me then. Tell your IMSA buddies too to tell them about the live stream too. Tell all them about it. We definitely support our first responders here, and we appreciate what you guys do.
Squad 24, respond to Chesney, 1619 North MacArthur.
Oh, that's at the fuel bar.
North MacArthur.
Assault's at the fuel bar. I'm not going to check that out. Yeah, we're close to the assault, but I don't like necessarily running on assaults unless it's something like crazy. Hang on. Actually, let's see what Spring Lake just said on that, because I think they just put it out on the radio.
Dispatch, engine 25.
Let me see what they just said on it. I think they just put it out.
Canceled by PD.
Wait, what? Hang on, I'm trying to see what this is. They're like audio super low tonight. I wish they would stop talking on the radio for a minute so I could figure out what's going on.
497-884 on Richards.
Dude.
Ocean 4 Spring Lake, it looks like the lamppost is closed up, locked up already. Do you know where these people are at?
It doesn't sound like anything crazy. I don't like showing up at that stuff. I don't like showing up at that stuff because I don't want to piss the cops off. I don't want them to think I'm like an auditor or something, you know what I mean? Oh, you're watching from Hera. Well, it's good to have you in the chat here, Helmsman. Hopefully we'll find something good tonight. We had a pursuit and a big fire last night, so.
197, if you would advise fire next to the update. Rail 117.
This is a live stream in Oklahoma City right now. Yep. We're live here in downtown Oklahoma City. We're live Tuesday nights, Friday nights, Saturday night. We listen to the scanners and chase down all the breaking news here. Most Tuesday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights. Sometimes work gets in the way of that. This weekend might be one of those, unfortunately. You got a friend who lives in Dale. Dale is the boonies. Been to a lot of small towns, but I don't think Dale's one of them.
Okay.
4456 for Chris Russell Parkley expires 5/28.
The radios are starting to pick up a little bit. A little bit hesitant. Sometimes when the 23rd and Penn's quiet, definitely odd. Usually I get kind of hesitant to get too antsy too quick when the radios start to pick up. Sometimes I'll just have a hunch. Awesome, man. Yeah, well, when there's nothing going on, we just pretty much sit here in the chat and hang out and just chat for a little bit. And then, of course, when something happens, we'll head that way.
560 Southwest 15th Avenue, Tom Edward Charles, 532.
We go to all the pursuits, all the crashes, or most of the crashes. We go to most fires, all the shootings and stabbings, that kind of stuff. So we go and check all that out. And then sometimes you might see it on some of the locals, on one of the local stations. Not some of them, just one of them. Most of the time, though, I upload my video to YouTube. I've been kind of slacking on it though. I got a big backlog. I gotta dump. Maybe tomorrow night I'll upload stuff when I'm not live. I have a cousin who used to live in Dale. Yeah, I think Dale. Like I said, I think Dale's one of those cities I've actually not been to, or towns. Yep. Sometimes I eat at a taco truck too. I like to try the taco trucks on Saturday night. You're all good, man. Honestly, as long as you're not spamming in the chat, I don't care. I'm not big on the spelling. My spelling sucks too, man. That's why I do TV and not a job that requires math or good grammar. I don't write other than when I'm giving the people that write the information. I'm not sure yet, Helmsman. I work at one of the TV stations. Hang on, let me hear what this call is real quick.
Engine 24, ladder 31. Respond to your emergency. 1100 South Meridian. 1100 South Meridian for an elevator emergency.
I work at one of the TV stations, so I'll be having to work. But depending on the shift, I may be able to go out. I'm not sure yet. I won't know something really until tomorrow. Oh yeah, those taco truck, there's definitely some good ones, especially on the south side. Hang on. Like I said, radios are picking up, so we're...
Engine 18, respond on the chest pain. 1515, on the Ocean 1 Spring Lake.
We definitely could get something good here in a little bit. But yeah, we'll see about this weekend. It's kind of up in the air. I'll try and make a post if I get something figured out on my community or whatever it's called, community thing on the YouTube channel. Yeah, as long as you're not spoofing or spamming, I don't care. Well, I definitely appreciate the like and the subscribe, man. Definitely appreciate that. Like I said, we hang out and we just chat here while we're hanging out, and it's pretty much just try to have a good time in here. It's a good group of people that are in here every night, so I enjoyed it. I'd probably be out either way if I wasn't live streaming, but I'd be going insane if I didn't have people to talk to. I did nights without live streaming for a long time, and it definitely gets lonely at night when you're driving the roads by yourself. So it's fun. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's a good chill group of people in here. A lot of it's usually the same people, and we just all, like I said, just hang out. Yeah, I don't usually say, by the way, I don't usually say what station I work for. It's not. I just try to keep it on the down low, just because, or I don't necessarily try to keep it on the down low, I just try to keep it separate from this. But, I mean, you'll probably figure it out at some point.
Dispatch is clear.
Especially on the weekends, I'm usually the only station out. I'm just a news photographer, so I'm not on TV or anything. I'm not on TV. I'm definitely not on TV. Not a personality. But you'll see my stuff like on the news sometimes on one of the channels. You'll figure it out pretty quick. Awesome, man. No, I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, I just try to keep it separate from this, just because I don't want to be, yeah, most can figure it out, and that's fine. I mean, if you figure it out, I don't care. But like I said, I try to keep it separate, and, you know, I don't want to abuse my position as a working at a station doing this, you know what I mean? I mean, most of the people that read the teleprompter are real journalists too. I mean, they were a reporter to get to that position. Most of them. I mean, you go to a bigger market like New York City or Los Angeles or Chicago, like, you run into it a lot more often where people weren't an actual journalist before they made it to the desk. But in a market the size of Oklahoma City, pretty much everybody that's an anchor. Scott Lane just shouted me out? Really? Scott Lane or Smoking Scan? But yeah, most of the people that are on the anchor desk in a market this size, they were a journalist before they were on the desk. Yeah, man, I started as a stringer. I started as a stringer down in Texas. I'm from Texas originally. I worked in Dallas, Fort Worth when I started. Then moved down to San Antonio and Austin. Worked in San Antonio, Austin as a stringer. Worked in Houston as a stringer. Worked in Tulsa at a station. Worked in Oklahoma City at a station. Went home to Texas. Worked at a station, and then moved back here working at a station again. So I've been doing it almost 10 years. How did Scott Lane know about my channel?
448 662 come at the recovery right now.
Smoking Scan shouted me out too. That's awesome. Smoking Scan's a good guy. Yeah. How did he know about my channel though? Was he like looking at video or something, or how did he find out about my channel? Oh, they're buddies? Or I knew they're buddies, yeah. Yeah, a guy that I know also, he does some ham radio stuff. he knows Damon. I think he helped him with some radios and stuff. He said he knows Damon, and he said Damon's super nice guy. Just as nice as he is on the live stream. Damon apparently keeps it real, which is definitely good to see. And Damon's always been super nice to me. Anytime I've jumped in his chat, he's a super cool guy. Scott's at something right now. Yeah, see, it looks like he's at like a crash or a shooting or something, maybe, or some kind of rescue. Scott Lane is the guy that did Loud Labs. If you watched Shot in the Dark, the Netflix documentary, he's that guy. I've never met him. I know some of the guys from On Scene. Loud Labs actually, I think, merged with On Scene, though, because Scott is now On Scene TV. I don't really know all the backstory on that or anything. But I know some of the guys from, oh, he's bringing it back. That's cool. I know some of the guys from On Scene, though. The guys in Houston are pretty cool. But yeah, Smoke and Scan's good. I like to watch him if I'm like not out for whatever reason. Yeah, I know he owns Loud Labs, but I thought he kind of merged it or something. I don't know. Because he quote-unquote went into retirement for a while, and now he's back at it. I don't know exactly the story on it. I thought he said he was retiring or something a few years back, but that guy keeps himself busy. I don't see that guy ever retiring, man. Not from news. He's too passionate about it. Which is why I find him, when he live streams, I find it interesting. Because he's passionate about it. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, Scott's way too passionate about it to just hang his hat up for good. I guess we're just gonna go drive for a little bit. We're gonna take a trip down to the south side. Yeah, Scott's too passionate about it to hang the hat. I had a feeling that wouldn't last long when he said he was retiring. Because I remember he sold his first Charger and moved down to Houston. I think he was just streaming down there. I don't think he actually sold anything. 60 or 70, that's awesome. Well, hopefully one day I can make it out to LA and meet Scott when he's 70 and 60 and still doing it. That'd be freaking awesome. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are much older, like in their 50s and stuff, that do it, but I don't know that I've seen anybody 60 and 70 yet. He might be the longest stringer ever. Like, longest tenured. I mean, the dude knows the stuff, and that's what it takes to be a stringer. You gotta have a good instinct, or to be successful at it. I mean, a lot of people try to be stringers, but to be successful, you gotta have a good hunch, and you gotta know what you're doing. It's not easy. There's very few people that I know that are good at it. I'm all right at it. Like my buddy Derek in Tulsa, I was telling y'all about him. He's live on TikTok in Tulsa, Total News Tulsa. I think he's a better stringer than me. He taught me the hustle. I didn't have the hustle when I first started. I didn't have the hustle. He taught me the hustle. And I taught him how to shoot better. So we both kind of learned things from each other. And we both found success in Texas, that's for sure. But he's good at getting to stuff. He's really good at getting to stuff. I also taught him how to listen to scanners better too, because he didn't really know what to listen for at first, but once I taught him how how to shoot and how to listen. That dude really, I gotta say, I'm proud of how much Derek learned. My buddy in Tulsa, he learned a lot, and he's been really good. Dad's gone live. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in Bakersfield too. I didn't know he was up there. I thought he was like in his 40s. But yeah, man, 60 and 70 lugging around a camera, dude. That'll be crazy to see, because this.
Welcome to the Adam 925 tonight.
I mean, this job, for whether you work at a TV station or especially if you're a stringer, it's hard on your body. I know people though that I've worked with that have been on the job for 40 years and lugging around cameras and stuff for 40 years, and they're freaking had hip replacements and stuff like. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with outside. There was a pursuit.
1271.
You never know. Maybe we'll pull up on a fire or something while we're driving. You really just never know. And sometimes the stream will buffer when we go into a low cut cell coverage area. The cell infrastructure sucks in Oklahoma City. And if y'all missed that, I'll repeat it again, because now it looks like it's not a low bit rate again. Sometimes the cell infrastructure will buffer here. I don't have any control over that. The cell service kind of sucks down here. But it'll usually sort itself out within a few seconds. You just keep that in mind.
Take that call from you.
I've got good phone service. I got Verizon, but it buffers a heck of a lot down here. Putting together a theme for my live stream, that'd be awesome, dude. Oh damn, I didn't realize I already passed 44. Whoops. I don't really feel like going down to 51st. I saw there was like an old abandoned gas station down here though that caught fire the other night. I don't know where it was. I think it was off 51st. Maybe it was off of 59. I don't know, maybe we'll go back up to 44th and turn around again and go back down to 59. Shady motels down here though, on this side of town. A lot that happens down here. Gas station by Denny's that's abandoned. I think it was 59. I don't know. We'll go turn around and look.
To cancel a deputy, they were able to get the patient to ambulance.
All right, Gray. It was good to have you in here tonight, man. I appreciate it. Scott's at a standoff. They just requested Bearcats and stuff. Sweet. I'll have to go back and watch this live stream when I get home tonight. I usually will. Sometimes I'll turn him or Damon's live stream on when I'm going to bed. I'll just kind of listen to it in the background as I fall asleep. Go back up here and turn around at Grand. well just make a few loops around this side of town too. Because like I said, you never know. This is, I would honestly say down here is the most likely place we're going to get a fire or a shooting. Or see something just crazy. You never know, you might find a car fire or something. Or the way people drive down I-35, you might roll up on a wreck or watch a wreck happen in front of you. $53rd. Okay. A few weeks ago. Go down here and turn around real quick. We'll see if we can find that gas station. It burned pretty good though. It's like an abandoned gas station. I wasn't out that night. I just saw some video of it. Somebody else covered it. I thought it was the gas station though where we saw the Camaro on fire the other night. After it had already burned. We were out at that shooting scene where the shots fired. All the way past the stop sign, circle around. Okay. Oh yeah, I know. It's on the east or on the northbound service road. I'll just take the little loop up here. I kind of like going underneath this bridge sometimes because you never know, you might find some like homeless campfire or something. They've always got campfires down here underneath this bridge. I've driven by several grass fires here and gotten some video of them. Like grass fires started by homeless encampments.
Two last names. Lincoln, Adam, Robert, Adam, George.
Surprisingly, they're not down here tonight though.
Adam, George, Adam.
It's probably been too
First
cold the
name,
last few
Mary,
days.
Adam, Robert, Ida, Tom, Zebra, Adam. Zebra is going to be 2004, 1108. BS Phoenix, he's in Texas.
So hold on, copy and Sterling. No weapons. Should be free subject. No further. Yeah, well, 100 years.
Back.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's right here. Yep, that's the one that burned. Sure enough. Damn, I wish I was out that night. That thing burned pretty good.
Email all his family. Preventative in room number 4.
That would have been a good fire. There was a chase when he was getting get. Yep. Shelters downtown have been packed the last few nights. Yeah, I bet they're keeping you guys busy. Busier than they normally do. And they're probably going to keep you guys even busier the next couple of days. I think it was Sunday night when that thing burned. I was planning to go out that night, but I didn't get off of work till really late. Because it was just so freaking busy with all the breaking news this week. And to be honest, I was pretty wiped out. After seeing 8 homicides in 24 hours, I was pretty worn out, man.
119-332. And when you get
like doing what I do, but sometimes it can be a little bit too much. Could have stopped. City like the back of my hand. Where could I have stopped at? I know the city pretty well too. Which is, that comes in handy too when you're doing this job. I mean, knowing the streets and stuff, man, like, saves you so many times. You got to get somewhere fast, or if there's a police chase or something, like, just knowing your major intersections and stuff really goes a long way, because it takes a lot of time to punch an address into a GPS when a target is moving, like a pursuit's a moving target. That's a lot of time. Geography skills are good.
241036 North, Sam North, 704. Right here, I come to get it.
Oh, the fire. The fire happened on Sunday. Right? That fire happened on Sunday night.
Nothing further, O2 18 hours.
Oh, there's a train coming. Very old school. Hey man, old school's good. Old school's definitely good. I kind of wish I was more old school and didn't have to use a map to get a lot of places, or a GPS. To be honest with you, I kind of hate the GPS.
Seven-two 1016, be on to 59 to Western. Robert Young, Tom 994.
Surprisingly, there's like nobody out near Southeast 44th and Shields. Usually there's like a bunch of people like in this intersection, like running around jonesing out and stuff. I haven't been seeing as many tweakers in the last few weeks. I guess they're finally trying to stay warm. So like right here, if we're ever out when it's raining and stuff, like right here by the Catalina Motel, this floods a lot. Like almost every time it rains hard, it floods this whole thing out. Floods out that motel. It's a disaster.
Did you go through the south door of that residence?
Hopefully 51st actually goes through all the way to I-35 again. I don't know if it does. We're just kind of exploring right now.
40 southwest. 15, 1 miles to the straight line.
Hopefully I don't get freaking carjacked over here. I feel actually pretty safe in this area. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of crime that happens over here, but man, I feel generally pretty safe in Oklahoma City overall.
And also be advised that Vin was most recently registered out of New Mexico. Checks back to primary plate. Adam Frank X-ray. Frank 88 and expired date of 2024.
I doesn't. Railroad tracks? Okay.
And November 10th. Here's your one second. Start for Chesapeake, Campus Station Apartment, 502 South University, 502 South University Apartment 2, Mount Page 222. And your one second. Start for Chesapeake, 502 South University, 502 South University Apartment number 2, Mount Page 222.
Segment will be at 8705 Ford Ave, priority district, exit from the garage.
42, so 7.
What the hell was that?
20 suspicion.
Ford.
Squad 51, squad Chesapeake now. 432, northwest 10th Street.
This CPD's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing driving around these streets. Probably not used to seeing a nice SUV on this side of town. Ugh.
Baker 16.
26,
Just need that priority first.
Might just sit here at the on queue for a minute. You never know.
Unsure who it is. I'm trying to bring it home.
Oops. Left my damn blinker on.
CB still online, are they currently still at the front door?
I think he was going to a call, I guess. Yeah, we might sit over here at the on queue for a minute. Like I said, a lot of good stuff happens over here.
2410,
Not good stuff, but good stories happen.
Bye.
Cop was definitely telling me. Like I said, they don't see nice cars over here. Oh, I would have had to go down to 55th to cross. Yeah, no, I definitely don't like to cruise the northeast side. Northeast side's sketchy as hell. If I want to get carjacked, I go to the northeast side. I try not to go to the freaking. I try not to go to the northeast side unless there's actually going to be cops at a scene, or it's a fire with the fire department there. I try to stay the hell away from there. Not built for the temps.
5629.
Drive around unarmed. Yeah, no, I don't.
11416.
I don't have an answer for that one. See if they got fresh hot dogs. Know this area, don't miss it. Know the city pretty good because your mom used to be animal control officer. She retired, has a good. Parts of the city seem so wild. Northeast side can be great for these. Oh yeah. Hang on. Hang on, let me hear this real quick.
That one, Concord heard a loud crash coming from the alley behind this building.
Yeah, I know the bars on the window on the northeast side are definitely not welcoming. I'm trying to see what this. Del City's got something going on with a drone. Yeah, northeast side's definitely in and out in a hurry area. Hell no, I don't like the northeast side. It's really sketchy.
61112, you're calling on the
And just in my
he is a consumer.
yeah, he was going to some kind of call or something. That's why he was on my ass. He was trying to get me out of his way. Like I said, they're not used to seeing cars in that neighborhood this time of night that aren't freaking that aren't up to no good. They're not used to seeing this car yet either. I haven't been running around in this car too long, so they're not used to seeing it. Eventually they'll figure out who it is. They'll realize it's the news guy. They know all of our station cars though. Like they know all of our news station cars. I look like I'm up to no good. I mean, when you're cruising around these neighborhoods at night, yeah, you look like you're up to no good. At 2:30 in the morning, yeah. I could see why they'd think it's suspicious. In these neighborhoods. Me, I'm a hooligan, yeah. They're just trying to hunt, man. If he's not going to something, he's probably out here hunting.
Back on for your girlfriend 687. She's refusing to come back inside.
I mean, honestly, I bet these guys.
Called her parents and is
I bet
trying to talk to her, and she won't listen.
I bet the cops on this side of town probably go to jail at least a couple of times a night.
We were out there earlier.
Like they're probably taking somebody to jail a couple of times a night. It would not surprise me. And if they're not, they're doing something wrong. Because I bet they could find a million reasons to take somebody's ass to jail down here. I mean, I haven't been necessarily pulled over doing this. Like, I've been pulled over for, like... I've had more cops come up to me because of spots I sit at than anything. You just wonder what the hell I'm up to. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just the news guy waiting on news. They're like, okay, have a good night, be safe. Only time I've been pulled over was because I pulled out of a spot. This was when I was a stringer. I pulled out of a spot that I was sitting at waiting on news, and they thought it was weird and just wanted to talk to me.
Engine 35, responding to the COR 136 Southwest 167, 136 Southwest 167.
He just left the standoff. But yeah, I mean, that's usually the extent of it, is they're just seeing why the hell I'm sitting in a spot at night. But, I mean, they see the radios and all that stuff. They're like, oh, he's the news guy. There's a lot of my spots are like darkly lit places, so I don't like stick out like a sore thumb to people that want to rob me or something. This weather is perfect for ice cream. I would agree. I wish Brahms was open right now. Luckily, I've never been pulled over for speeding, because I really don't speed too much going to stuff. Might do like 5 over on the highway, but that's really it. 5 or 10 over on the highway. But you gotta be careful in Oklahoma, because if you're doing 20 over, they can write you a ticket for reckless driving and you could lose your license. I think it's 20 over is reckless driving in Oklahoma, either 20 or 25. When I was a stringer, I used to speed a lot, but I was also young and dumb back then too, so like my brain hadn't fully developed at that point when I was a stringer. Yep, exactly. That's kind of my mindset. That's my mindset, is find the darkest place and sit to avoid the homeless coming up to me. or other people that want to like try to rob me or something like that. Oh, I'm sure he has. As long as he's been doing it, there's no way he hasn't. But yeah, like, I think I've been pulled over twice in my life. One was because I had just got my license and I was out skateboarding with my friends, and we were like driving around a college campus trying to find a skate spot. And the cops saw me like drive onto a one-way that I didn't realize was a one-way. It was like an unmarked one-way, so he pulled me over and was like, "What the hell are you doing? Get out of here." And then the other time again was like, I think they found like a tag light out. It was when I was leaving my spot. And I told him, I was like, "I'm just a news guy," and I sit there at night. He's like, "All right, have a good night. Get the hell out of here."
Engine 23, respond to man down, 1144 Southeast 23rd Street. 1144 Southeast 23rd Street, man down.
Is it southeast or southwest?
Dispatch squad 5130.
Yes.
Apartment 1100 Oak Tree Avenue, 1100 Oak Tree Avenue, apartment F14, map page 33.
Engine 23, respond to man down. Dispatch squad
Engine 3
51.
and 731 start for breathing problems. Forest Point Apartment 1100 Oak Tree Avenue, 1100 Oak Tree Avenue, apartment F Frank 14, map page 330.
Engine 23, respond to man down. 1144 Southeast 23rd Street.
Man down could just be station 23 off like Eastern 29th. Yeah, it's at basically 25th and High. Man down's typically like, honestly, it ends up usually being an intoxicated person half the time. But sometimes I've had them turn out to be somebody struck by a vehicle. Yeah, it's a house, so it's probably nothing. Or somebody fell and is unresponsive or something like that. Like fell, probably drunk again, half the time. Never had a ticket. Yeah, and you gotta be careful getting a ticket being a commercial vehicle driver too. It's a lot easier to lose your license when you have a CDL. Hell, y'all's blood alcohol content is less than 0.08. Yeah, it's usually BS. And yeah, Dylan knows for sure because he has to go to that stuff. Oh, you're all good, man. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't bother me, to be honest with you. Yeah, they're canceling PD anyway. Yeah, I'm not too worried about spelling issues. It's a chat.
Breathing, difficulty breathing.
Never been pulled over.
Robbie on the vehicle, 17 Yellows. I'll give you a second in a second.
Please.
Frank William 186.
I need to step when you change it.
Michigan PD likes to race people, though. I'm not surprised by that. Dude, there's nothing else to do in Michigan. It's so cold there, there's nothing else to do but get into trouble. Both by OKCPD. Second time was on your motorcycle. They seem pretty cool, though. I mean, most of the OKC cops are pretty cool. Most of them have been pretty cool to me, at least. Granted, I haven't been pulled over by them, but they all seem pretty cool. I think you gotta try really hard to get a ticket in a big city, generally. Like I said, if you're in a rough part of town and they're hunting for crappy people, like, they'll probably stop every car they can, but they're probably not gonna write you a ticket. It's pretty hard to get a ticket in a big city. They got bigger fish to fry. Edmond and Yukon, yeah. Edmond's definitely out hunting. I see them all the time on Broadway. Yeah, that probably does help. Which is probably the same for me. I see most of these cops, like, sometimes 2 and 3 times a night when I'm at work. And then when I'm out doing this stuff, I see them pretty frequently too.
Rolling 28.
I bet he was. Half the time when people pull over in a driveway there, it's never their house. Edmund got your ex? Damn. Is she crazy or something?
6-2, go ahead. VI-35 northbound in Grand on Texas. Sam Paul Boy 9559. Nissan. Passenger car.
Well, if he decides to run, we'll be right there. We're an exit away. If I would have just gone and sat at that on cue, we would have been right there. Could have got a free light show.
Oklahoma City, Adam 262. Go ahead. 28 comes back to a 2019 Nissan, last 4 VIN 9338, black in color. Clear, nothing further.
Oh, they pulled you over. Or they pulled her over, I got you. I thought you meant they arrested her. I thought you meant they took her to jail. I didn't know, maybe she was crazy or something.
Some more back. Starting mileage 29291.
Gonna be a black male wearing a blue hoodie and jeans and throwing things at the window and kicking the door. Doesn't know the subject. This is gonna call him party's friend knows who the subject is though.
This guy, like, over in the car wash parking lot picking up trash. It's always funny to watch the people pick up the trash in the parking lots. It's an interesting character. You wish. Damn. Now this guy's on a mission finding stuff. I don't know where he went though now. I was gonna turn the car over there so y'all could see it. They sit at the end of your street watching Broadway. Yeah, I usually see y'all struck it. Honestly, it's probably over on the it's probably on the other side. I usually see you guys posted up on the north side of the lot. Or they're out on the call. This is like one of the only few posts that I actually ever see you guys. Yeah, I usually see them on the drive-through side. That's usually where I see IMSA posted up. I don't hardly ever see IMSA though anymore with their posts. I used to see them all the time. Maybe I just don't pay attention anymore. They don't like y'all parking in the back anymore, which is kind of stupid because like it's a presence. I mean, if something goes on in the parking lot, somebody gets jumped or something over here, or somebody has a medical emergency, at least EMS is right there.
2634, go ahead. We log an extra patrol, 568, County Street 28.
It's kind of crazy that they don't like y'all there. Honestly, though, they probably don't like me here either, though. Someone got hit, so they sent out an email saying they want you in the front or something. That's stupid. It's not like the parking lot's full. I don't even know why this one has so many parking spaces. It's kind of crazy this one has so many parking spaces when it's never busy. So I can tell you this is not typically my first choice of on-queues.
587, I'm in World Code traffic.
Hey, Largo, it should be on the south side of the hill.
I just saw a post from Mike Morgan on Facebook that says 2 a.m. Wednesday update. Latest model trends strongly support Oklahoma City metro-wide 1 foot plus snowfall totals. If so, this is easily the heaviest January winter storm on record, below 32 degrees for 10 days. Yeah, the one at 36 in Grant has a ton of parking spots, man. Yeah, so this could be a crazy winter storm. It's the one y'all are on, not the one you're at too often. The one on I-240 in May is where you are. Hey man, if y'all are ever posted up somewhere and you happen to catch me live, man, feel free to let me know on the chat and I'll stop by and I'll say hi, man. Feel free to stop anytime. Or tell me, let me know. If y'all see me or whatever and you're not going to a call, feel free to stop and say hi. You're in Midwest City, watching in an on-queue parking lot. That's awesome. You're watching me show you the on-queue at Southeast 44th and Shields.
Could you get dispatch call, please?
Return to sender. Yeah, for sure. It's gonna suck, dude. It's gonna be so damn cold. If you don't drive south, you won't survive. Well, shit, if you drive south this time, you're gonna be sliding on ice. If you drive south in this scenario this weekend, you'll get hit. You work Wednesday night through Sunday morning, so yeah, you'll definitely see me at some point. Yeah, man, like I said, if you see me out and about or I'm close to you, yeah, let me know in the comments and I'll stop by and say hi, man. Maybe I'll buy you guys coffee or something. 572-284-120. But yeah, like I said, share this live stream with your IMSA buddies too, man. Hopefully they'll all jump in here. I'd love to have, my buddy in Tulsa has a lot of cops and firefighters that like to watch his live stream because they're always just curious to see like the behind the scenes of the news. Like in my 10 years of doing this, I've had a lot of cops, like surprisingly, I've had a lot of cops ask if they could like do a ride along with me, like while I'm out covering news. And I always tell them they're probably going to have a lot more excitement at work than with me, because most nights are kind of like this in news. It's not crazy every night, but I've always found it funny how like cops and firefighters and EMS think my job's so interesting. All right, Skater Boy. I don't know for sure about Friday yet. Like I said, I'll put a thing out in the what's it called, in the community section, letting you guys know as soon as I know. But if not Friday, maybe Sunday night. If I can't go out Friday or Saturday, it'll be Sunday night probably. I'll just go out Sunday night, do an extra day or something. But yeah, thanks for being here, man. It was good to see you tonight.
County 2614, go ahead.
2614 County, I'll be out at the year on a walkthrough.
County 2614, clear.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I can let you know on Facebook too. I'll shoot you a message. Yeah, I know a lot of people in EMS or just first responders in general that say the same thing. They love what they do most days, and then they hate it at moments. Yeah, I know a lot of first responders that have said that. You live in Broken Arrow. Is there a Tulsa guy doing this too? There is a guy in Tulsa doing this. It's Total News Tulsa. He's the original. There's like another guy that started going out and doing it too. I don't know. They started copying him after he started his. But Total News Tulsa, he's live on TikTok. He does it live on TikTok 6 nights a week. I think the only nights he's off is Mondays. So he's live right now. Yeah, go check him out. He's a good friend of mine. Me and him work together as stringers, and like I was telling everybody earlier, he taught me how to hustle. So he knows how to do the job pretty well. He gets into stuff a lot. He's good at finding breaking news. But yeah, I feel that, man. Like most days I love what I do too. Like, I mean, I love what I was doing on Saturday and Sunday, but holy crap, eight homicides in 24 hours. Like, that's times where it's like, okay, this might be too much. Like, so I get what you're saying. Did I make that shooting downtown where the security guard died? I did. I made that one. I went to both scenes. I went to the scene at Harvey and I think it was 5th and not 5th. Park and Harvey. I went to the one at Park and Harvey, and then the other scene over there off of yeah. So you probably saw me when you were pulling in, because I think y'all were pulling up when I pulled in. Yeah, I was at Park and Harvey scene and at the other scene over off of Broadway and Sheridan. Yep. I was streaming that night. That was a crazy night. That was a crazy story.
Maybe a possibly white Chevy SUV is pulling on a power line and has been doing it for a while. Thinks the subject's trying to steal the power line.
Whoa, where's that at? I want that.
He's hiding his vehicle and just pulling it.
What? Hang on. We got a guy that's trying to maybe steal a power line.
Maybe a possibly white Chevy SUV is pulling on a power line and
I can't tell what she's saying. She's mumbling. She bumbled it. I think it's 5301. Suspect. Okay, yeah, so y'all, yep. Y'all saw me probably when y'all pulled in then. Because, yeah, I saw that IMSA bus. So, yeah, that was probably you guys. That's freaking cool, man.
752.
Good.
101 South there.
Stealing copper, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. It says we're 10 minutes away. I don't know how. We're gonna check that out, see if they actually stole that. Oh shit, looks like somebody might have burglarized a taco truck over here too. Because the back end of the roach catch is open. Probably the... What the fuck are you doing? Why did you cut that so damn tight? What the hell? Yeah, that security guard thing was sad, man. It was a kid that was just trying to pay for, I think it was like optometry school or something like that. Like he wanted to go to medical school of some sort. And that piece of shit kid shot and killed him. It was a messed up situation. He seemed like a good kid. Just out there trying to make a living, and some piece of shit murdered him. That's the kind of stuff that I get really kind of pissed off about, man, is innocent people getting injured. Innocent people getting hurt really pisses me off. Like, I mean, I don't like to see anybody get hurt, but like, if it's two gangbangers having a shootout, like, you live the lifestyle. It's kind of like you live by the code, you die by the code, you know? Like, it's not surprising. Like, how did you think it was going to end, I guess? But innocent people like that, I don't like to see that. Especially when people are at work trying to provide for their family. That's the stuff that ticks me off. Or not live by the code, die by the code. It's the live by the streets, die by the streets. So if you're out gangbanging and stuff like that, can't be surprised when bad things happen, unfortunately. So we're going to see if we can find this car trying to rip down the power lines. I bet it's a drunk driver probably hit it, tried to pull their car off of it. Or they're ripping it down and gonna go strip that thing for copper. That's what the meth heads do.
Thank you so much. I'm not excited to be out on this car. That tag actually comes back to the Nissan. That's gonna be occupied with one by my old house. I'll get to the end of the minute, right?
Dude, y'all have no clue. When I worked in Tulsa, the tweakers in Tulsa are a whole nother level. When I worked in Tulsa, there was a guy stealing copper out of a light pole, like the big like highway light poles over off of the BA, and the guy was like cutting the copper wires out of the pole, and he cut the wrong one and it zapped the shit out of him and killed him. Like a homeless tweaker or something. He was just stealing copper. And then like my first story, one of my first stories I ever covered in Tulsa was a grass fire started because somebody was trying to strip copper out of it was up in like Osage County, and these people cut down the wire, like the power line, and it started a fire, and they were stripping. They were stripping wire out of the power line, and it started a fire. So yeah, tweakers will do anything to get their money. It sounds like yeah, Does sound like they have wire on the ground over there.
Did you get anything on that?
Just 1 second.
I don't know if it's Santa Fe Division or Southwest. It came over Southwest's air. Pretty sure pins the divider between Santa Fe and Southwest.
They also have a triple unknown 2728 Royal Oak Drive.
Forward.
128.
Email turn line 14.
Yeah, for
Hopefully we'll get video of the guy getting arrested though, if he actually was stripping the wire off the shit.
Or like the power lines, like OG&E or something else.
That van checks back to 2007 white.
We're about to pull up on this. Yeah, it's like some guy that was allegedly trying to rip down a power line and possibly steal the copper. Down over here off of like 51st and Penn. Hopefully they caught him red-handed. Be awesome. That'd be a great arrest. Almost as good as the fire hydrant water bandits that were running around turning the fire hydrants on all night a couple weeks ago. That was such a good story. I love these. I love just the stupid little stories that most people would never think is a good story. Oh shit, yeah, there's like chunks of power line laying in the ground here. Oh shit. Alright, give me a second, let me get the camera out, guys.
Research.
I'm just with the news. Do what? I'm just with the news. I was just letting you know before I got out and like freak y'all out. Yeah. It sounded pretty interesting. And stealing copper out of the freaking power lines.
They're working on it.
Oh no, did you see the one laying in the middle of 51st and Youngs? You see the piece laying in the middle of 51st and Youngs? No, it was like black. You could see like the center. I can show you where it is if you need me to. Alright, give me a second, guys. Let me grab the live stream. Or let me grab the tripod and camera.
Engine 25, respond to a personal assistance, 2927 Southwest 55th Street, 2927 Southwest 55th Street, personal assistance.
Give me a second. So yeah, it looks like they were trying to strip copper out of these lights. Or not the lights, but the power lines. Sorry, man. Hopefully I didn't make you have to catch paper now.
No.
Can I grab a shot of that real quick?
This?
Yeah.
It's just the tube.
Oh, they stripped it.
Yeah. It's,
Pulled the shit out of it.
yeah. I'll just give it. Is this? Oh, my bad.
Oh, you're good, bro. So yeah, they. they were. It doesn't look like it's the power lines necessarily. It looks like it's like the cable lines and stuff. Grab a shot of this guy. Yeah, copper thieves. Nobody likes a damn thief, that's for sure. Definitely does not look professional. You guys can kind of see it on this like transformer thing there. Yeah, they were having problems with that stuff when I lived in Texas. Yep, that's true, YKN. Now somebody's gonna have to fix it before the winter storm when they should be prepping. Yep. Freaking asshole criminals. Freaking ridiculous, man. And more crap that more paperwork that the cops have to do, you know, and they could be out doing other stuff and looking for people with warrants and stuff, and now they got to stop and do this crap. Right, Dylan, dude, that's so true. Like it is amazing, like the amount of work that these people put into stealing stuff and like stripping copper out of the stuff. Like if they put the same amount of work into getting a job, they could probably have a pretty good job, or just a job in general if they weren't out breaking the law. And they make these guys have to do this stuff, but I guess it's just job security, you know, for the cops. When you got these people out stealing copper and shit, keeps them doing their job. Like I said, I feel bad for them though, because they could be out doing other things that they'd much rather be doing, like finding people that are out breaking the law in other ways. And instead they got to do this crap. But it definitely is amazing the length that people will go to do everything except the job. Because that's too easy. Or it's too hard to get a job. They gotta steal everybody else's shit. So yeah, they like ripped down the line. So I don't know. I think he might have said they had been, like the crews had been out here working on the light poles or something. To me, it's like, so it's not a high, I don't think it's a high voltage line because the high voltage lines are usually higher on the pole. This one's like the bottom one, you can see it. So there's like 3 levels of wires here. The ones up top, way up top, if you can see those, the ones like up there, those are high voltage. And then these are going to be your low voltage, like these bottom ones are going to be more like cable and internet and stuff like that, or fiber, typically. Yeah, exactly. It's harder work to go out and steal stuff. Because either way, you know, they're still out there trying to figure out how they're going to do it. If they just put that much work into finding a job, or actually working a job. Again, it's easier for them, I guess, easier for them to just steal somebody else's hard-earned money than to just work like the rest of us. Pisses me off when I see that stuff, man. Or like when their business gets burglarized or something like that, that pisses me off too. Yep, exactly. McDonald's hires. Dude, everybody's hiring. Like there's like not that big of a job shortage where you have to resort to stealing stuff. It's because people don't want to work. They're just lazy. Heard sirens off 29th. I've got both the scanners. I haven't heard anything. We're keeping an eye on it though. Exactly. It's kind of like the people that complain about getting arrested and stuff. Like, they just don't want to take responsibility. And they know, like, oh, it's kind of like the people that would rather be homeless than, because unfortunately there are people that would rather use drugs and stuff than live somewhere safe. Like, it's crazy. I think they look good, man. I think they look a lot cleaner than they used to. I mean, I'm a big fan of the black too, but I think they look clean. But yeah, it's like I said, like some people would rather not have a job. It's kind of like the same people would rather use drugs than have a safe place to live. It sucks that people prefer to live that way. I hate seeing that. Where are those lights coming from? See lights reflecting off the stop sign. Been working all your life? Yeah, man, I've been working since I was, even before I was old enough to work. Like, I was cutting yards and stuff when I was like a kid. Like, I've never once felt like I needed to go out and just steal shit. The funny thing is, I don't even know that this was necessarily copper. I think this was all like steel wires, aluminum wires. I don't think it was copper. Because a lot of these low voltage things aren't always copper. Oh yeah, the new Pierces are pretty clean. I like the new engines. It's funny because I didn't used to like the new Tulsa cars that are black, but their new cars are pretty cool. I like their older white ones though. Like, there's the ones I grew up watching on the first 48. So yeah, they pretty much just ripped these lines down, and we're trying to just rip the jacket. We're just trying to like burn the jacket off of them and stuff, probably. Yeah, the new OHP Ghost cars are pretty cool. I might walk over here real quick and see if I can get some info from this guy. My still didn't really take it. I'm trying to get a good thumbnail. But here, let me just zoom the live stream and I'll show you. So yeah, you can definitely see that the wires were like obviously cut. And that's like not a professional cut job either. Like, that's just, somebody did that because they were stripping it out. So, yeah. Pretty crazy. How's it going, Zipper? Appreciate you being here in the chat. Are there any stringers in OKC? Do they make any money? Used to work at KWTV as an editor back in the day. No, there's not any stringers here. I actually work at a TV station here in Oklahoma City. That's my full-time job. I just kind of do this just for fun, do the live stream for fun. But no, there's not any stringers here. Stations don't buy. Fire department started a tone, but
Squad 17, respond to breathing problems.
it was breathing problems. It's already 3:15. This is like the most excitement we've had all night. Most excitement we've had tonight. Fortunately for you, a young woman going into the truck stop, someone was under your truck trying to drill a hole in your sleeper so they could run a gas line in, and she informed security. Damn. Yeah, dude, like I said, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy the amount of work that people put into steal shit rather than just get a job. That's just, it baffles me, the lengths that some people will go to. Oh Oh yeah, they've definitely been keeping those things busy, man. Ever since they put them into service, they used the heck out of Squad 51 for sure. The one in downtown, they used the hell out of that thing. Yep, catalytic converters. Dude, it was weird because for a long time that was not a big thing. And then when I was actually a stringer in Austin, they started to become a thing again, like stealing the catalytic converters. And I ended up doing a story. Somebody broke into cut a big ass hole in the fence of the Austin ISD school bus yard and stole catalytic converters off all the school buses. And the cops showed up and took the guys to jail. It was pretty crazy. Because like I said, they hadn't been doing that for like 10 years at that point. And then around like COVID time is when catalytic converter thefts like started to ramp back up again. I guess people were just strapped for cash from not working and stuff. Again, just because you're strapped for cash though doesn't mean you get to go out and steal. How's it going, OG from Tulsa, from North Tulsa? Good to see you in here. Do you follow Total News Tulsa on TikTok, OG? He's a good friend of mine, and he does live streams in Tulsa. He's live on TikTok 6 nights a week. Oh, you don't have TikTok? Okay. You might be able to watch it if you go to the TikTok and you put in his username. You might be able to watch it without having an account. Yeah, I know there were the catalytic converter thieves were big in the early 2000s and 90s and stuff when I was really little, but they hadn't been doing it since I think 08, and then they started picking it back up back in 21. It was kind of weird. Yep, they did this right before the storm. It's definitely pretty messed up, but luckily I don't think it was the electric because all the lights are still on this street, and it doesn't look like any of the houses don't have power. So to me it looks like it was the cable lines and stuff, or maybe a telephone thing or something, some kind of communications wire. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go see if this officer will give me some info. Sorry guys, I was just chatting with the officer. Just shooting the breeze with him. Yeah, they got more of that plastic stuff down here too. Yeah, I typically mute when I talk with them because I'm not getting anything like on camera or anything like that. They don't want to be on the record or anything, which I get it. But yeah, y'all sometimes hear me mute when I go and talk to them. This is the most entertainment we've had all night. Both of them have said the same thing. That it must be a slow night. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm sure they'll probably be out here. I think they're waiting on OG&E to come out here and see if it's their wires, and if it's not, they'll OG&E will probably contact whoever shares the poles with them. It's probably Cox, I would imagine, though. But I'm just gonna guess they're probably having to wait on power company. Gosh, man, B filters get stuck on here. But yeah, I don't think it's the power. I don't think it's the electrical lines, because it's not arcing and it's a lower line. Usually the lower lines aren't power. Yeah, that's true, YNK. If it's Cox, it's not going to be fixed by Friday. Yeah. No kidding. Cox is slow to fix anything. I've had them before. They suck.
108, PP is not good.
Cox is slow to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, when I had Cox, dude, like my internet and shit was always down. Like it never worked. It was awful. Now I have AT&T Fiber. AT&T Fiber works pretty damn good. I've only had it down like once or twice, and it was back up pretty quick. Cox was like always down. It was super slow. Yeah, I know. Ain't that the truth? They take that payment pretty damn quick. They were one of the fastest ones to take a payment out that I've ever had at any other utility. Alright guys, so if you're just joining us right now, this is basically what we're looking at right now, is from my understanding, and this isn't necessarily confirmed or anything, haven't had a chance to talk to the police yet. But it looks like copper thieves were trying to steal copper and shit out of light poles. Hang on, let me see if I can confirm that real quick. Oh well. He drove off, but basically, I mean, it is, you see what you get here. It's people were trying to steal copper out of the light pole and shit, and it's pretty much it. It was like trying to take it out of the, it looks to me like the cable lines. So if you're just joining us, that's pretty much what this is. This is the most action that we've had all night, to be honest with you. So, and they said it's been pretty slow tonight too for them, so which is good. I guess it gives them a chance to chill out for a night. It was a busy ass weekend, so yeah, they pretty much did the same thing to me. Like, I would get throttled after so much data. Like, I'm trying to stream and then like all of a sudden YouTube doesn't work or something. Like, it pissed me off. Alright, I think we're gonna dip out of here. This is... Now, unfortunately, they didn't catch him. They were already gone when the police got here. They had already took off when the cops got here, so they didn't catch him tonight. I'm sure they'll catch him at some point. Wait a minute. So they'll catch him at some point. These guys will probably keep doing it, and then the cops will catch him in the act one of these days. Oklahoma City cops don't play. Like I was saying earlier, most of these guys probably go to jail a couple of times a night if they can. They probably are trying to take people to jail at least once a night. Yeah, these guys screwed this pole up pretty bad. Stealing stuff out of it. I want to say what this little black box thing is called is an attenuator, I think. I think it might be an attenuator. But I think it's more for cable. I don't think it's electrical. But yeah, so that's pretty much this. That's the story here. And these guys were super nice, so shout out to these guys. They were pretty cool to talk to. All right, Dylan, it was good having you in the chat, man. So, yeah, feel free to jump in here anytime, bro. And all right, man. Yeah, it was good to have you here in the chat. Oh yeah, Mustang. Somebody's definitely gonna grab the wrong thing and get fried. That's for sure. But yeah, Dylan, appreciated you being here in the chat. It was awesome to meet you, man, and hopefully I'll see you around here. Yeah, somebody will get fried. It's only a matter of time, and then we'll be covering it probably.
Advertised PI 12, 200 Heritage Park Road, Apartment A.
I'm calling for you on that.
Oh yeah, copper price has been going up for a while. Definitely gonna be more of this crap, man. Hey, but you know what? It's a good story for me. Keeps me busy. It's better than us sitting in the on-queue parking lot still.
Clear. Yeah, 4101 Northwest 39th Street.
Yeah, these were the lowest lines, Y and K. These were the lowest lines. So yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's like I think they basically just stripped the copper wires out of either internet or telephone wires. Because I know they typically don't put the high voltage stuff on the... High voltage stuff typically doesn't go low on the pole. High voltage, higher on the pole. Low voltage, lower on the pole. Pretty sure I've heard that from somebody before. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna put y'all back in the car and then we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, these guys. Hey, these guys way. Alright, Guppy, it's good having you in here tonight. Have a good night.
Hey, you're about those.
I'll see you on the next live stream. Good having you in here as always.
Negative. Okay, clear. I didn't see him in either. Probably because of camouflage.
Ladder 34, respond to a check swim inside, engine 34, 7400 Lyrewood Lane.
That was old.
Engine 34, respond to an electrical short.
Not much copper and Cox cable. Probably get like $3. Yeah, it didn't look like they got much copper. It looked like they like ripped out the.
7216, walk 2 tags, first one, King Sam North, 555. Second one, Ocean at John 888.
It looked like they just stripped the. I don't know. To me, it looked like they actually might have gotten away with the big cable, like the thick cable. They might have gotten away with that. Now that I think about it, looking back at it, that's probably that one we saw the inner copper core of, but that's like the only one. I think that's just the ground. So yeah, they might have actually got some. And I bet that's what that. I bet that's what that casing was. That the. I pointed out a casing that was in the street when we were pulling up. And I let that officer know about it. And he said shit when I told him about that.
Adam John 888 comes back clear 2018 on the CRV white in color, registered to Cheek County Trunk.
I thought it was a chunk of the copper at first, but it wasn't. He said it was just the case. But these guys were cool, so shout out to these guys. Maybe they'll find my live stream one day, and I forgot to tell them what my channel is. But
2002, I contacted the calling part or the alarm company. I put the key holder information.
But I'm sure the last thing they want to
call them and see if they can get a response.
I'm sure the last thing these guys want to do is freaking watch news live streams when they live this shit every day. They see this shit in person every day, so the last thing they probably want to do is watch my live stream. But they're cool, super nice guys, so if they are watching, shout out, you guys were pretty cool. Oh, I thought this one had an outlet, but it didn't, so we're gonna spin around. It was funny too. They were like, how did you hear this? Do you have like our channels or something? I was like, yeah. I was like, there's nothing better going on tonight than this. So this is about the most action we've had tonight, and very well might be the only action that we get tonight. South side never fails though, I guess. Always something happens on the south side when you hang out down here. Maybe I need to start sitting down here a little bit more often.
Squad 51, respond to cardiac arrest. 201 North Shark Hill. 201 North Shark Hill for cardiac arrest. Squad 51.
you're requesting a phone call.
This weekend sounds like a chili and beef stew weekend for sure. I'm gonna have to find somewhere that has chili and beef if I'm working. I might just have to go to Brahms this weekend and get their chili. Their chili's actually pretty good if you've never had it. I didn't know Golden Burrito was down here. But I might have to go to Brahms. Their chili is really good. I have to find a Brahms that's open this weekend. Although I rarely ever see Brahms close in the winter storms. I feel like them and Waffle House, if they close outside of regular hours for Brahms, that's not a good sign. Brahms doesn't close the store no matter what. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Even if they lose power, they truck up generators from Tuttle to keep them going. I'm pretty sure I've heard that too. Like, I think the one in Moore might have been on a backup generator last year during the winter storm. Miami is supposed to have highs in the 80s while he gets snowed in. Damn. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a nasty winter storm all the way out to like Birmingham and Atlanta possibly. Like it's supposed to be the same storm that goes all the way out there. That's freaking crazy. This could definitely be a historic storm for the deep south in the southern plains very easily, based off the models. If the models verify, there's a possibility the models don't verify, but I think it's a slim possibility that the models don't verify. I don't know. I have little concern about the models not necessarily verifying as far as getting a storm of some impact. From Texas Panhandle all the way to Raleigh. Yep. And possibly even a little bit further north into, I think I saw today it's supposed to be up from the mid-Atlantic up to like possibly even to like New England, like southern portions of New England. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. Probably when I get home, I'll probably look at the models again because the new model runs should be in. There is the scissor tail. I love this bridge. $10 to $12? Holy crap. Have ice in Houston. Yeah, I think it would have to be more of a south track, though, I think, for the Houston area to see ice and snow. Only one model, though, really shows it going to the south, and I want to say it was the GFS. And I'm not, like, always sold on the GFS model, either. I kind of like... I don't just trust in one model. I look at a lot of different models, but to me the Euro has always been kind of like old reliable with winter weather, just to me, in my personal opinion. That's a controversial opinion, though.
Did you notice how the AC of this dog in the area is being aggressive? It's running loose. I can't get close enough to it to catch hold.
Took the wrong exit, oh well. Go back down to the south side again. We'll go back down to 25th, turn around at 25th, because that's where we turned around last night and missed the pursuit. Or 15th Street, rather. Yeah, I'll probably... excuse me. I'll probably end up going to the store today. Try to wake up early. Try and wake up early today before I go to work, and then try and go to the store early and get that done. I don't really need milk and eggs and stuff, because to be honest with you, I don't really eat a lot of milk and eggs all the time. I'm bad about eating more junk food than anything. It's a bad habit I gotta break. because I eat a lot of crap food. Prepping in DFW, yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad they're actually taking it serious this time. Unfortunately, everybody's probably buying all the damn toilet paper, though. Because that's what they like to do in DFW, is buy all the freaking toilet paper. Panic buy. And then people panic, too. They don't just prepare. Like, it's always good to have a preparedness mindset, but don't panic. People are talking about how meteorologists are overhyping this system. No, I think it's important to, when you have a storm that could potentially bring historic snowfall, I think it's really important to have a sense of urgency and relay a sense of urgency. Okay, you need to prepare. It's always better to be prepared than not be prepared. Live stream going for a little bit, but we're getting kind of close to the end for tonight. It's 4 o'clock now, so we'll leave the stream up though for here a little bit longer, another 10 minutes or so. Definitely everybody be prepared. Just get the necessities of what you need. Don't overbuy. You don't need 15 things of toilet paper. 15 packs of toilet paper. Get like a pack of 2 of water, a case of 2 of water bottles just in case you need them. A couple of gallons of water. Fill your bathtub with water in case you need it. Leave your faucets dripping. Have enough food for a few days, and you'll be fine. And have firewood in case you need to stay warm if you lose power. Should be fine by Tuesday. Yeah, no, it's only going to be about a 4-day event. Which, I mean, 4 days, yeah, I mean, that's a long time, but like I said, in Oklahoma, I don't really see too much in the way of losing power. I think the power loss is going to be down in Texas, where they're going to get a lot of ice. Texas definitely, I think, has the highest. Anywhere where you see a lot of ice accumulation is going to have the greatest impact. The snow, it's going to be a pain in the butt to deal with and be hard to get around you. And it'll lead to some closures, yeah. But the ice in Texas, like, that's going to be cobblestone ice. Like, you're not driving on it. You can drive on it, it's just really hard to drive on. You know? And people who aren't experienced in driving it definitely should not be driving on it. And if you have to drive on it, just go super slow. I'm of the mindset I would rather not drive on ice. I hate driving on ice. But I have to do it because when it ices up, I'm at work. No, you didn't miss anything. pretty much just that I left that scene. That's about the only thing. Pretty much, I'm getting ready to head home now, so just kind of leaving the stream up as I head home. It's late, it's 4:05, and I gotta work tomorrow at some point, so. But I'm leaving the stream up just in case something else drops, because usually toward the end of my night is when a fire drops or something, so maybe we'll get lucky and there will be a fire drop on the north side as we're passing by. I'll probably shut the stream down though once we get to Edmond. Like once we exit Broadway Extension. IMSA or AMR in front of us? It's IMSA. IMSA's running hot somewhere. Either running hot somewhere or transporting to OU or SSM. My guess is they're probably going to OU. But they could be going to Saints. I'm getting home before 5 tonight. Last night I don't think I got home till like 5:30. So I'm just glad to be getting home.
103, being around the St. Anthony on a non-emergent transfer going to SSM downtown ER3 IV and come out for
El Reno going to St. Anthony's. I think that's what the most. I think I would hate that the most if I went into EMS. Would be freaking transfers. A buddy of mine, he works in EMS in Indiana, and he calls me all the time when he's doing transfers. I would hate that so much because he works 24s. That would suck to get woke up in the middle of the night to transfer to take somebody's ass 100 miles to another hospital for a stubbed toe. Transfer is definitely going to suck, not going to lie. Yeah, no, that's not the fun stuff. Unless it's like a cardiac and it's like an emergent transfer, I bet. I bet cardiac emergent transfers are probably a lot more fun. But non-emergency transfers for stupid stuff like a kidney stone or a stubbed toe, like that sucks. That would be horrible. Oh yeah, I know some people that have had to go down there, go to Texas. I know some people that had to go down there that work at IMSA. I've heard Pafford transport on transfers down there. I've heard St. Anthony's transport down there. Yeah, that sucks. I would not have fun on that. And then you get to cannonball it right back up. I'm personally of the opinion that ambulance services that, my personal opinion is that ambulance services should not be doing non-emergent transfers. The crews that are specifically 911 ambulances should not be doing non-emergent transfers. If you're a 911 ambulance, you should be dedicated to 911 calls. I can't tell you how many times my friend that used to work at AMR used to call me and tell me, like, he'd be coming back from a long transport or a long transfer, and he'd be like, yeah, we're level 0 back in town because we had to go on this transfer. Like, that's just stupid. Should be going, 911 shouldn't be going level 0 because you're on transfers. It's just my opinion. I don't work at EMS. I'm not a first responder, never have been. So what do I know? I'm a taxpayer, though. Not fun because they're boring. I would just not find it fun because it's a long-ass drive in a big ambulance that is probably not very quiet. Like, aside from a siren when you're transporting emergent, but it's just loud box. But yeah, it's just always blown me away though, like, because they would go on some super long transfers and then they'd be like, gee, I wonder why we don't have enough ambulance and have to call mutual aid, or this person has to wait 15 minutes longer than they should. But money talks, I guess, because they make a lot of money on those transfers. Not the individual medics and EMTs, but the companies do. Yeah, and I bet you guys get nice overtime too coming back from those. That overtime's good. It's what all my friends in EMS have told me they do too, though. They take their sweet time coming back. But yeah, that would suck to go all the way down 4 hours to freaking Dallas. I think it was Pafford, I heard, got sent from St. Anthony's or something, or OU or something, I don't know. I don't remember where it was, but Pafford got sent from one of the hospitals all the way down to Baylor, Dallas a few days ago. That was crazy. Felt bad for those guys. Oh yeah, I bet the overtime's good. Stay warm. Catch you on the next one. All right, Scott, have a good night, man. Appreciate you being in here. I hope you had a good night. Or I hope you have a good night. Hope you enjoy the live stream tonight. It's pretty slow all night tonight. I mean, we had that power line thing, that's it. Not a whole lot to run on tonight. It's just one of those nights. Sometimes Tuesdays go off and sometimes they don't. Yeah, I gotta get my shopping done too. I'm right there with you. pull off and check the chat one more time here in a minute. We'll stop up here at the on-cue. So we got a couple more minutes. We're almost there, but we got a couple more minutes. We're just now going through 15.
They're saying everything's fine now. They don't need that for anybody.
There's AMR.
I'll
I'm just gonna flip around here real quick. I wonder if Edmond PD has ever pulled anybody over. Oh yeah, they pull people over every damn night. Need to get some shopping done before snow comes. Oh, I didn't know they didn't have IFT trucks now. That's stupid. That's good you have your grocery delivery scheduled. I need to start doing grocery delivery. But I also am kind of old school and kind of like going to the grocery store still. Yeah, that's stupid. Like AMR, I don't think AMR has IFT trucks, and they're always going. Like when my friend worked there, man, like they were always level 0. That's just crazy. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. It's 4:15 in the morning here, or 4:20 in the morning. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun in the chat again tonight, as always. It's good to see everybody here tonight. Dylan, I appreciate you hopping in here, and glad you found the live stream. Hopefully you enjoyed it, man. Yeah, thanks, Dennis. It's good to see you in here. Oh yeah, I hear it all the time, Dylan. I hear y'all having to come up here, and I hear y'all getting requested all the time. Yeah, that's crazy how often y'all get called up here. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, come, like I said, Dylan, jump in the chat anytime. You're welcome here anytime. And like I said, if you ever see me out and about, say hi, or if I'm kind of close to you guys, give me a shout. But yeah, guys, I had a lot of fun in the chat as always tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you guys joining me and hanging out tonight. Be sure to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell in case I go live any other time before or outside of our regular schedule. Again, if you're new here, our regular schedule is Tuesday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Tuesday night, Friday night are usually I'm on later, sometimes earlier on Saturdays. And then sometimes I'll just go out randomly during the week as well. Possibility I might possibly go live Thursday. I'm not exactly sure yet. Just kind of depends on my schedule on Friday. So couldn't talk to you. Is there any channel subscribers can chat and I'm a subscriber? Huh. That's weird. Yeah, sometimes it does that. I've noticed on other live streams, I've noticed that. Yeah, that's weird. Sometimes when you first subscribe, you might have to refresh the page, and sometimes it'll usually work. I've ran into that a few times on channels I was subscribed to for a while. It's like a bug on YouTube. But again, I'm not exactly sure if we're gonna have a Friday night and Saturday night live stream yet. It's still up in the air, but make sure you check the community tab in the Facebook. Community tab in the Facebook is going to be the first place that I let you guys know as soon as I find out about my schedule for Friday night, Saturday night. If I can't make it Friday night, Saturday night, we'll be live Sunday night, as long as I don't have to work. But yeah, so sorry, it's going to be another crazy week this week. But it looks like once we're done with this winter weather, I might finally actually get to be back on a regular schedule. When will I update the tab? I'm gonna try for Wednesday, but I don't know for sure if my schedule is gonna be finalized Wednesday or Thursday.
Good.
They're still waiting. My work is still waiting on like the latest model data to come in, so they wanted to wait on that before they kind of like finalized everything. Dennis, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate that. But yeah, so I wish I had a better answer for you guys. Like I said, it's crazy, and I would like to get my schedule figured out as quickly as possible, but it just depends on, I guess, the model data and how confident everybody is in that until they actually finalize our schedules. So yeah, and I'm gonna talk to my boss today and see if I can maybe work the overnights or something, because he knows I do the live stream and he thinks it's cool, but you know, it just depends on what they need me for. So we'll see. But like I said, I'll update the community tab in Facebook when I figure that out. So thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate everybody who sent super chats and stuff like that tonight. I really do appreciate that, guys. It means a lot to me that you guys support the channel, and even those of you who leave likes on this video and all that, you guys are helping to support this channel as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. See, 108 of you guys have liked the live stream, so if you enjoyed the live stream, hit the like button. That is a free way to help support the channel, and it really does help a lot to support the channel. So yeah, kind of on a ramble now, so thank you guys again so much for hanging out tonight. I really appreciated it, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next live stream. If I don't see you before the winter storm, everybody please be safe, prepare. Just go ahead and get prepared. Everybody be safe, and I'll see you guys soon. Everybody have a good night. Later.